My name is Marco Connor. I'm Co-Deputy Director with Transportation Alternatives. We are here today because Brooklyn is weeping tonight and this week. This week, a 10-year-old boy lost his life where we are standing right now. We are here to remember Enzo. We are here to also remember Jose Alzuriz, Israel Swartz, and Ernest Askew. Enzo was killed standing on the sidewalk. He was waiting for the bus. He was doing everything that a 10-year-old boy is told by his parents that he should be. Yet he still lost his life. This is an epidemic. It happens over and over again. And so we are here also tonight to demand change, to demand action. Over 150 New Yorkers have lost their life this year alone. Every year, more than 200 New Yorkers lose their lives. Families who have to say goodbye to loved ones. It is an epidemic, and it happens all the time, and it is predictable. It is also preventable.
The thing is, the way back from the school, my kid finished class 220. The first time he tried to catch the school bus, my son say the bus gone. Didn't wait for me.
They didn't even wait.
So
that's why he was taking the bus that day?
exactly.
We must do more than just investigate this tragedy, however. We need to prevent the next tragedy for the next family in New York City. This and other awful instances like it are not traffic accidents, and we should not call them traffic accidents. They are fatal crashes that have life-altering consequences for the human beings involved and for their loved ones. They are preventable tragedies. These are preventable tragedies, and we have to do everything we can to fix it. But we have a city that has been built for cars and not for people. So New Yorkers are constantly in danger in every corner, in every neighborhood of this city. In a crosswalk, in a sidewalk, on a bike, at a bus stop. And that is a failure of us as a city. If people are not safe in every part of the city, our streets failed Enzo and his family. Our streets failed his parents, Angel and Mary. Our streets have failed too many victims of traffic violence and too many families. But these tragedies, if there is anything that we can talk about, these tragedies have given rise to a force like no other in New York City, and that is Families for Safe Streets. And all of you heroes at Families for Safe Streets who have turned your unspeakable grief into unmatched resiliency, you have given voice to a movement time and again. For too long, our city has accepted that cars should be allowed to be king of the road. And people like Enzo, people like Jose, people like Israel have all paid the ultimate price. But all of us gathered here tonight will follow the heroic example set by each and every member of Families for Safe Streets. We will not rest until families are safe from traffic violence. And as you heard from the two previous speakers, we have a bill, I have a bill that would completely change the way we plan our streets in New York City. And I thank all of you for your support in gaining more support for this master plan for city streets. And I promise you tonight, in the wake of this horrific, soul-crushing tragedy that this family and this community and the city are reeling from, I promise you tonight that we will pass this bill, and we will pass it soon. And we will completely rethink how we plan our city streets to protect children and people all across New York City. We will make our streets safe for everyone. This is one of the worst years for traffic violence in New York City. 20 cyclists killed by traffic violence, a 20% increase in pedestrians who have been killed by traffic violence. And we cannot just stand here on these corners time after time and give our thoughts and prayers and condolences, which we do offer and give. But it needs to be backed up by action. And that is why we are going to move this bill forward quickly. We are going to set real benchmarks to pedestrianize areas across New York City, to put in place safer places for pedestrians and cyclists and mass transit users, because the system is broken. It has been broken for far too long. And it is time for us to finally do what is right and not just offer thoughts and prayers, but take action to prevent other tragedies from occurring in the future. I'm glad that Councilman Deutsch is here. He has been working on this since it happened, and I look forward to doing that with all of you. And I am so deeply sorry to the family. I don't want to say sorry that our city has failed for too long, but I wanted to be here tonight to let you know that we will take action on this, and we will take action soon.
People feel the pain inside, and we need to feel it with them. Angel was like a newborn child, innocent. And there's a purpose that God felt that Angel's and Mary and the son Enzo, that Enzo's life was completed by making an impact on his classmates, by making an impact on his parents and his brother and family members, aunts and uncles who live in other countries and across the state. We need to take this pain and turn it into purpose. And we're going to tackle and go head on and do whatever we can do and look at the future and to find solutions to this epidemic that is causing these fatalities across our city. And I will be standing with the family, I will be standing with my family to do whatever I can and to turn this pain into purpose to make sure that something like this does not happen again.
What
I
would it
would
be?
tell them to give 24 hours to the construction people over here to move the dumpster away from here. This is number one issue. This is why I'm staying here for hours today to able to speak to somebody to do something about it, because it happened 2 days ago and the dumpster is exactly the way it is, in an angle, not even straight against the sidewalk, and I'm watching it day after day when the cars from the right lane forced into the left lane, and that's already no matter how good driver you are, that's a dangerous condition.